Imagine a world where the cities we know are gone, swallowed by rising waters, silent beneath the waves. Once bustling streets now home to fish, towering buildings reduced to coral-covered ruins. This is not science fiction. This is reality. A reality unfolding faster than many expected. Today we explore 5 cities that may soon disappear under the sea. Cities where time is running out, where the water is already knocking at their doors. Some will fall slowly, others may vanish overnight, but all of them share one fate. Our first stop takes us to the deep south of the United States, to a city built on rhythm and resilience. New Orleans, known for jazz brass bands and Mardi Gras, but beneath the vibrant culture lies a city fighting for survival. Built below sea level, much of New Orleans is sinking, and the Gulf of Mexico is getting closer every year. After Hurricane Katrina exposed its vulnerability, experts warn that parts of the city could be underwater within decades. The land here is collapsing due to subsidence, while sea levels keep climbing. Despite massive efforts to build stronger levees and pumps, nature may have already decided the outcome. Will this musical heart of America be lost to the sea? From the bayous of Louisiana, we travel across the Atlantic to a country that has lived with water for centuries. The Netherlands, a nation built on innovation when it comes to controlling the sea. Yet even here one city stands as a warning. Rotterdam. This coastal metropolis has become a laboratory for climate adaptation. Floating neighborhoods, massive storm barriers, and water-absorbing plazas, all designed to keep the city above water. But scientists say if global temperatures rise just 2 degrees Celsius, even Rotterdam might not survive. As ice sheets melt and oceans expand, the very land beneath this city could be overwhelmed. Can engineering win against nature? Or will the sea eventually claim Rotterdam as its own? Now we journey east to South Asia, to a country where rivers define life and death, Bangladesh. And in its capital Dhaka, millions live under constant threat. Every monsoon season brings chaos. Floodwaters spill into homes, markets, and schools. Dhaka sits at the edge of vast river systems vulnerable to swelling floods. Add rising sea levels to the equation, and the future looks grim. Studies show that even a small increase in ocean levels could submerge large parts of the city. With over 20 million people packed into the region, the human cost would be catastrophic. But the mystery remains. Why do people keep coming here, knowing full well the dangers? Is it hope, faith, or simply nowhere else to go? We now turn our gaze to the Indian Ocean, to an island nation that seems like paradise, the Maldives. Here the capital Malé rises just a few feet above the sea, surrounded by turquoise waters and white sand beaches. But beneath the beauty lies a terrifying truth. The Maldives is the lowest lying country in the world. Most islands sit less than a meter above sea level. Experts say they could disappear entirely by mid-century. Already the government is making plans to relocate its people, buying land in other countries, preparing for the unthinkable. What happens to a nation when its homeland vanishes? Does it still exist? Or does it become a story told by those who once called it home? Our final destination is a city of dreams and contradictions. India's financial powerhouse, Mumbai, a place where skyscrapers stretch toward the sky and slums cling to the edges of the sea. But Mumbai was not always on this coast. Much of the city was built on reclaimed land, and now the ocean is taking it back. Coastal erosion is eating away at the shoreline. Monsoons bring deadly floods, and the Arabian Sea is inching closer. Studies predict that large parts of South Mumbai could be underwater by 2050. Millions at risk, billions in damage. Yet life continues. Trains rush through flooded stations. Markets bustle, as if the water does not exist. But denial cannot hold back the tide forever. So what is causing these cities to sink? It is not just rising sea levels from melting glaciers, though that plays a major role. In some places like Jakarta, the ground itself is sinking due to excessive groundwater extraction. In others like Dhaka, the problem is flooding from swollen rivers. And in all of them, climate change is accelerating the process. Warming oceans fueling stronger storms, and pushing water higher and faster than ever before. But there is another question, one that lingers in silence. If these cities disappear, what happens to the people who call them home? Entire cultures, histories, and identities tied to places now at risk. Will they adapt, move, or vanish along with the land they once stood on? Some cities are fighting back. Rotterdam is leading the way with bold experiments in floating architecture. The Dutch are building entire districts that can withstand extreme weather. Meanwhile, in the Maldives, the government is exploring artificial islands. Even plans to build a new capital overseas. In Bangladesh, engineers are designing amphibious houses that rise with the floodwaters. And in New Orleans, scientists are restoring wetlands to act as natural buffers. But in Mumbai, progress is slow, and the water keeps rising. Perhaps the greatest mystery is not whether these cities will sink, but whether we will learn from them. Will we listen to the warnings they send? Will we take action before more cities join their ranks? Or will we continue to build and expand, ignoring the signs around us? The truth is simple. The ocean is not going away. It is expanding, warming, and rising. And it does not care about borders, economies, or pride. What it touches, it claims, unless we find a way to stop it. So what can be done? Some say we must retreat from the coasts. Let nature take back what was never truly ours. Others believe we can engineer our way out of disaster. Build walls, pumps, and platforms strong enough to defy the sea. But one thing is certain. The time to act is now. Not after the water arrives. Not after the damage is done. But today, as the tides rise and storms grow stronger, we face a choice. Do we save what we can, or let history drown beneath the waves? These 5 cities may be the first to fall, but they will not be the last. Unless we wake up, unless we change, unless we remember that no city is immune to the ocean. And so the question remains, when the water comes, will you be ready? For more shocking fact-based videos, do subscribe the channel.